Hello friends, welcome to Sati Learning. Today we will deep dive into product management. What is product? So this is the fundamental question for every company, every employee and every manager asking this question. So what is a product? A product is a item or a service you sell to serve a customer need or want. So for example, like if you are going to a supermarket and buying one toothpaste, that is one product. So if you are working in a car manufacturing company and selling a car, it's a product actually. So that is the fundamentals of product. A product can be a physical or virtual. So for example, like if we are installing some software, virus scanner software in our desktop or laptop, that is a product actually. So physical product includes durable goods such as cars, furnitures and computers, and non-durable goods such as food and beverages. Virtual products are offering of service or experiences such as an education and software. So when we talk about software, it may be platform of service and infrastructure as service or software as service. So any other product actually. So now we will go to what is product management and how we will manage the product. So for a product development, we need a roadmap actually. So roadmap is created from product vision. So the product vision is the goal, but I am not having a plan. So I am working for a company, and my role and responsibility is to develop a product. So we have come up with a goal, but we don't have a plan how to develop that product. So that is the vision. So after the planning, now we have a dream. So the product vision is a dream. So dream, and we have a plan and how to execute the product and launch the product to the industry. So that is the goal. So both combined together, we call it as a roadmap. Product management is a vital to delivering innovation and driving business growth. So this is very important actually. So we are not doing any enhancement or maintenance such that actually. So we are coming up with new vision and a new strategy, and we are creating a new innovation. It is an important for organization role that is growing in popularity. So nowadays, like we can see, like a lot of product has been developed and it's launched in the market actually. So instead of we are individual user, we are manufacturing a product and selling. So it's in a whole, like in industry, it's product is manufactured and it's sold actually. For example, like a lot of product has been launched, has been done via Amazon and Flipkart. Product management spans from creating a strategy to tactical activities. So in that, first we need to set a product vision and strategy, which I explained earlier. That is differentiated and delivers unique value based on customer needs actually. So here the challenge is deliver unique value. So we are creating a product and we are not selling that product to only one customer, and we are selling this product to different customer in different region and different country and different geographical location. So how we can satisfy all the customers? So that is the challenge in creating the product actually. This includes defining personal and analyzing market and competitive conditions. So here also, like, we need to understand the market requirement our product. So whether we can we launch this product in our in the market, so can we compete with our competitors. So all these analysis we need to do. The next point is defining what the product team will deliver and the timeline for the implementation. So as mentioned in the slide, so the product strategy should have the plan actually. So the team should have a clear vision on what they will deliver and with what timeline they will go to the live actually. So that is very important. This includes creating a release plan. So we need to create a release plan. For example, like so when we are working on Scrum kind of project, so we are creating a release plan, correct? Or like any other project, we are creating a release plan. So that kind of plan we need to create. So we need to break the product into small milestones and create a release plan actually. And capturing actionable feedback and ideas. So so we will be not launching the end product actually. So we will launch the beta product to some specific user in different geographical locations, and we will capture their feedback and ideas, and we will make a change, and then we will go to the market actually. So the next one is prioritizing the futures. So creating a product will take a lot of time. So we can't wait for the product to be completed 100%. So when we think about software related product actually, so we can prioritize the futures, and we can deliver the product in iterative manner. Providing cross-functional leadership, most notably between engineering teams, sales and marketing and supply. So this is the role of the product manager, who need to play a bridge between engineering team, sales and marketing and support for the product creation. So a key aspect of this is communicating progress against the product roadmap and keeping everyone informed of updates. So this product manager should communicate between the different teams which I have mentioned earlier, engineering team, sales, marketing and support, to the organization, and keep informed about the updates and track the product actually. So this is what product management is. So next we will go and see like what is the product life cycle. So the product life cycle is the process a product goes through from when it is first introduced to the market. So you need to note down here. Here we are not talking about developing the product actually. So we are talking about the life cycle of the product. So the first stage is the market. We are introducing the product until it declines. So the declines are removed from the product, removed from the market. So for example, like the product have the life actually. So for example, like the 100 years before, the whatever products we are using, we are not using now. So we will see that in later. So like every product have the life actually. So once the life is over, it will be declined or removed from the product, from the market. So there are four different stages of the product life cycle: introduction, growth, maturity and decline. While some products may stay in a prolonged maturity state, all products eventually phase out of the market due to several factors including saturation and increased competition and decreased demand and dropping sales. So like these are the key important point we need to note down. So why the product has been removed from the market actually. So as mentioned earlier, like these are the four different stages of the product: introduction, growth, maturity and decline. So in the one we have time and why we have sales actually. So when sales is keep on improving and it's going in growth, when the time is keep on increasing and reducing the sales, and it's go to maturity and decline mode. So we will elaborately see what are the four different stages of product life cycle. So the first one is introduction. Once a product has been developed, the first stage is its introduction stage. The product is being released to the market. So for example, like you can when you are going to supermarket, and you can see there are some small tent has been created, and the product has been given for the demo, and they will also provide some free sample actually. Okay, and we will fill the form, and once we fill the form they will call us and they will inquire the feedback, and they will try to sell the product to us. So this is also like some of the advertisement they will do, and this is the way of one way of introducing the product into the market. So there are some other ways, like they will introduce the product in e-commerce sites. So during the introduction stage, marketing and promotion are at high. So as I mentioned, like marketing and promotion are high actually. So you can see the marketing and promotion is happening over the television, or like newspaper or any other channel actually, social media platform. And the company often invests the most in promoting the product and getting it into the hands of customers. So for example, like sometimes they will spend 20% to 30% of the product value in promoting the product actually. It is in this stage that the company is first able to get a sense of how customer responds to the product. So if they like it and how successful it may be. So like this is the very important stage where we need to do the and also like get the feedback from the customer and quickly do the changes in the product, and make sure like customer problems are rectified. So that will be the key successful of the product. So once the product not liked by a customer, so that will be spread to their friends, and they will nowadays like they will also mention and provide the feedback in e-commerce site about the product. So we need to be very conscious on during the introduction phase. However, it is also often a heavy spending period from the company with no guarantee that the product will pay for itself through sales. So like here we need to wait for product success actually, and during the introduction phase stage, like we will not get the good sales, and we will not get good revenue from the product during the initial stage. So this is the very tough time for any product company. So next we'll go to the growth stage. So customers are likely taking to the product and increasingly buying it. So you can see the trend of so the product sales has been increased. So for example, like if you see like if you are posting your selfie in a Facebook, so like you can see like once you post like first few hours, like there will be less likes. So once the time goes on, like you can see lot of likes from your friends actually, correct? So like that, like when the good feedback is circulated around the market, so and customers are started liking the product and started buying it actually. So the product concept is proven and is becoming more popular and the sales are increasing. So like whatever product vision which we created, whatever goal we created and roadmap we are created, so it's proven actually. Okay, and it's people also started buying our product day by day. Other companies become aware of the product and its space in the market, so which is being a draw attention and increasingly pull in revenue. If competition for the product is especially high, so the company may still heavily invest in advertising and promotion of the product to beat out competitors. So like the product is a not new product in the market, so there are some product are exist and we are going to capture some percentage of sales in that product category actually. Okay, so for example, like if Maruti is introducing a car and Hyundai is introducing car, like there will be a clash and there will be a competition between them actually. Okay, so if you are Maruti is introducing car and suppose Rolls Royce is introducing a car, so there won't be any competition because like the buyers are totally two different categories. So like once we introduce the product and it's started sales are started increasing, so the competitors become aware because their sales will start reducing and they will also like provide more advertisement promotion of their product. So for to compete with them, we also need to do more advertisement. As the market expands, more competition often drives prices down to market the specific product competitive. So like when the competition increases, so we may need to give some offer actually. For example, like you can see like for New Year and other festival season, like they will introduce new offer, and for corporate employees, government employees, they will provide some benefit actually. So like that they will come up with new uh, advertisement base to attract the people to buy the product. So the third stage is maturity. Sales tend to down slow. Sales can even start to drop. Like here also I can mention like sales are stable actually. Okay, so these are the three trends. Like we can see like sales is going down day by day and it's going dip and or like it's unstable actually. So pricing at this stage can tend to get competitive as the margin is shrinking, as prices begin falling due to the weight of outside pressure like competition or lower demand. So once we start giving more offer to the customer, it means like our product margin is getting reduced. So like for example, like if you are selling um, 1 million product for $100, correct? So we can reduce $1 or $2, so it won't take much impact. So when we are reducing the price and we are increasing the sales from 1 million to 2 million products, so then we can manage the situation actually. But if situation gets worse and competitor getting more advantage of their product and or lower demand from the customer, so our sales will down. Companies will often develop new or altered products or enhance the current product to reach different market segments. So like here the product team will wake up and they will deliver a new product, or they will enhance the current product. They will give a new look and they will give a new different way of marketing strategies, and they will relaunch the product in the market actually. So this same product will be relaunched in the market. So the maturity stage may last a long time or a short time depending on the product. So like this may be like 1 year, or it may be a 30-40 years also, or we can sustain in the maturity stage. So the fourth one is decline. So in the decline stage, product sales drop significantly and customer behavior change as there is less demand for the product. So when the decline goes so our sales and product margin goes in negative actually. So we are running in loss. Eventually the product will be retired out of the market unless it is able to redesign itself to remain relevant or in a demand. So as I mentioned, like we need to redesign the product and we need to relaunch and sustain in the market. So otherwise the product will be removed from the market. So for example, like when we talk about the landline phone or typewriting machine, CD drive, floppy drive, or kind of social media services. So those are not there in market now. So because like it's replaced by a new competitor and a new product. So but when we take Coca-Cola or Colgate, so like when you see the Colgate 80 years back and Coca-Cola 80 years back, so you can see a different look and feel, different way of advertisement. So now if you see like yearly once they are doing new marketing strategies with Hollywood heroes, heroines, are like they are using different advertising mechanism to sustain in the market actually. So the Colgate also like launching different products, redesigning the product and relaunching in the market. So like now you can get a herbal also paste also from Colgate actually. So the next stage is we will see like how we will develop the product. So now in previous slide we saw like what is the product life cycle. So how the product introduced in market and till it's removed from the market actually. So now we will go before and after the launching the products. So what are the development process? So first is like we have to conceive the product vision and goals and roadmap, and we need to create the specification or like a requirement gathering, and we need to create a concept design. So this may be a like some prototype also we may need to do this during this conceive process actually. So next we'll go to the design. It will be a detailed design, and so like we will create a architecture and so like we will come up with integrate with different integration team. So how we will like when we go to the market, how so different department from the organization will use this product for increasing the sales or like marketing or like providing a service. So all these aspects we need to design during the design phase, and we need to do a simulation like how real time it will the product will work. So like the features will not be implemented in this design, so it will have a GUI kind of stuff. We will develop and we will provide a demo, and we will get buy-in from the marketing team, especially actually. And there are tools we need to design for reusability. Okay, so the next one is realize. So this is the actual development and testing phase. So here we need to plan manufacturing the product or a service, and we will do the development, and we will do the assemble, and we will do the integration, and we will do the testing and quality control. So end to end development will be done in the realize phase. So the last phase is service. So we will this product will be launched to the market. So that is the introduction phase which we saw in the product life cycle actually. So the here like product will be launched in the market, and it will be used by the customers, and so we need to provide the maintenance and support of the product, and we need to manage the service. For example, like when we are purchasing a new car, so we are every year like or every 6 months we will provide the car for the service actually. So that sales and after sales support and service also we need to do. And also like we may need to work on redesigning phase that will lead into again conceive stage for relaunch the product. And so if there is a dispose also, like we need to work on the dispose product phase actually. So now we will see like what is the benefit of using product life cycle management. So instead of using product life cycle management, so if you are not following any life cycle methodology, so there will be a lot of disadvantages actually. So we will not it's not like reliable, so we will not have a milestone, and it's not quantifiable, it's not time bound, so it's not auditable, and so the people is not responsible. So like a lot of disadvantages are there when we are not following the proper product life cycle management and product development management. So when we are using this product management, it will improve the product quality and reliability. Reduced prototyping cost. So like so as we discussed, using the conceive stage, we will create a prototype, and we will brainstorm the product. Also like we will compare with competitor products, so that will help us reducing the prototyping cost in the later stage. And also like it will save lot of money, and it will save lot of time also. We will be more accurate and time actually. So we will have a proper milestone on delivering each feature of a product, so we'll be more accurate. Quick identification of sales opportunities and revenue contribution. So like we are having a proper plan, so we will know like so what are the sales opportunity for this product. So we'll be closely working with marketing team and different team of the product manufacturing company. And also like we will know like what will be the expected sales from the product, and what will be the revenue for the company to the company actually. Saving through the reuse of original data. So as we mentioned, like during the design phase, like we need to develop the tool, so that is helping us to reuse the solution within the product actually. So like that kind of reusability will help us to postpone the um, product moving out of the market. So we can sustain the market, we can do enhancement. A framework for product optimization. So we will have a proper framework for product optimization actually. So this will help us to sustain the product in the market for longer period. So as I mentioned the example of Coca-Cola and Colgate. So it will reduce the wastage. Improve forecasting to reduce material cost. So like as we are planning in proper way and doing the quality testing and also like we can save a lot of cost in reducing the material cost. So for example, like nowadays in e-commerce, they are launching a new product in some particular number actually. They will launch 1 million cell phone at 12 a.m. on a particular day, and they will see like how much time it's taking for selling all the 1 million product, and so what is the success. Based on that, like nowadays they are manufacturing the product actually, so that like before going to the second and third phase of the product life cycle, introducing phase itself, nowadays they are trying to understand the market demand for the new products. This is one more benefit actually. And maximized supply chain collaboration. So like supply chain, like demand and supply collaboration is high when we are using the life cycle, product management life cycle. So now we will see like what is the roles and responsibilities of a product manager. So now you can see like a lot of companies asking a product manager. So this slide is very important actually. So the product manager should be able to manage the entire product life cycle. So it's not only about the life cycle and also about the product development life cycle also. Okay, so here like when we are following the Scrum methodology, like he may play a role of product owner. So conducting customer interviews and user testing. Okay, so he will be a bridge between different stakeholders within the organization. So running design sprints. So like nowadays, so all the products are developed using Scrum methodology. So that like phase by phase, they will know like what they are developing, and they can evaluate the product success actually. So future prioritization and create a roadmap for the product. So this is very important. So like like for example, like if a festival season is coming up, so we need to create a new future before the festival season. So we have to give importance to that future and ensure that it goes to production market before the festival season. So like prioritizing is the very important role and responsibility of a product manager. So the art of resource allocation is very important. Performing market assessment. So like we need to work on the market assessment. So how we are selling our product against competitors. So sales revenue and all. Translating business to technical requirements and vice versa. So like the manager should understand. So even though like if he is not a technical guy, so no need to have a hands-on experience, but he need to manage converting a business requirement into technical requirements and make sure team is understanding and focusing on creating the correct requirement actually. Pricing and revenue model. So like based on revenue we need to change the pricing, and based on the demand in the market we need to plan for a pricing. So like all this triangle will impact the product sales actually. Defining and tracking success metrics. So we need to work on the creating metrics on a weekly basis and providing the status update to higher management. So that's it actually from me on product management. So thanks for watching the video, and please subscribe, and please like and share my YouTube channel, and share with your friends. And if you have any comments, and please post it in my YouTube channel, so I will enhance myself, and I will also like post new videos as per your demands.